We're in.
Yippee.
Okay. Oh, the fucking dock is loading. Gotta love the potato.
It's
We can
best
see the
thing.
teams anyway. Like, we can see Frog's team if we want to start it off
Yeah.
with the no surprise pick one Dragapult.
Plot
No,
twist.
it's actually very surprising, if you ask me. There are mons
It did.
way
Well,
better
yeah,
than
with the
Dragapult on
Terra
this
cap.
board.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
like
caps, especially.
the caps, yeah. But it's kind of like when you see Dragapult pick one, I just don't question it.
I definitely do when there's a bunch of Ubers on the board, personally.
Fair.
My friend picked Dragapult round 1 in Ubers and lost every game, so I always think about that.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, that is though.
He went for the Dragapult, then Mega Alakazam, and Pursuit was legal. So that went.
Yep, that will kill the team on arrival.
That went about as expected. I had a Drapion. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think if Pursuit banned, that combo wins. With Pursuit allowed, that combo loses to every dark type in the game.
Banded Shadow Sneak also did it to him many a times.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, they're good together. They're good individually. Together, maybe not as much. Megazam and Pult.
Yeah. So the I will say I think this team is good. Mostly, I think Vaporeon is a little bit of a negative typically because it doesn't really have reliable recovery outside of Wish. So I think it's kind of an annoying mon to use versus good players because they'll take advantage of the turns you give them by Wish passing. So I think that's a little bit of a weakness if your bulky water has that.
This is the low skill, so we don't have the good players.
But I think Dragapult and Terra Blood Moon are really, really broken, especially together. I think this is a really, really amazing team. I would have rather, Vaporeon's just not a very good bulky water type. But aside from that, the team's really good. I like Ogrepon Hearthflame a lot. When you have this Hatterene and nice defensive core, I would have liked to see maybe more removal for sure. I'm realizing now that there's no spin or... there's just Quaxwell, which that's please don't bring Quaxwell.
Oh, Hitmonlee as well. Hitmonlee can spin.
Oh wait, that can spin?
Yes.
All of them can.
Because Tyrogue learned to spin.
Oh yes. Okay. Well then this team is great. I think it's probably one of the better ones, Terra Blood Moon. Pretty much 1v1s, I think if you get the right Terra type, it will 1v1. I think probably I would say maybe 90% of these teams by itself without any support. And that's why it's never legal. Except for here.
I don't think it's 6-0ing by default, but I do think it's 1v1ing every individual mon in the game, I think, with the right type.
I would 6-0 with this mon, personally.
This mon can heal. This mon does get reliable recovery.
Yeah, I would Terra Poison and 6-0 everyone. Pretty easily is what I would.
Hate to be fair, you did have a chance to take it.
Yeah, but I also have Terra Backs, and that's more fun than this cheese monster, Blood Moon.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
we'll get to the cheese monster. We'll get to the cheese monster in a couple hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Arsenal with good Trick Room support and Bronzong and Hatterene is nice as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got that Blood Moon under Trick Room, which probably shouldn't do it. You should probably use like a bulky Blood Moon to just beat down stuff with Blood Moon and Earth Power. But Pult is great with this.
Yeah, Blood Moon does just break everything for Pult to clean up.
Yeah. So overall, great team. I don't know if this has any glaring type weaknesses. I don't think so. I think you might be a little Ghost weak after Blood Moon Terras, but I think it's probably fine. You can play around that. You got a low kicks too.
Yeah, no, low kicks is very good at dealing with said Ghosts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, even if you bench low kicks, you have Muck and Tangrowth, which are just really, really bulky and can take neutral hits pretty well. Yeah. So I think this is probably This could be the best team on the board. I'm not sure yet.
Well, I'm gonna put it at first out of 1.
Bold decision.
That's
Let's move on.
based.
Yeah, to put it at second out of 1 team.
Let's see. Next up,
Alright.
if the laptop pulls it up.
Well, we've got another Terra Bear.
We do. I think Terra Ursaluna's on this one, yeah.
Yes.
This is Terra.
That is a huge...
With Glow King.
Huge downgrade. This is... Terra Ursaluna sucks ass. It's terrible. That mon is balls. The Terra... This team is good aside from Brog Terra Captain. It should 100% be Kiram. But this team is great otherwise. Really nasty stuff you got going on here with Kiram Glow King, tried and true, Jirachi Clef, really, really amazing mods in draft. Ursaluna, I think, is a complete waste of points. Rotom Wash is amazing, and so is Delmise, and Volcarona can really sweep a lot of teams. This team is really amazing, except for the Ursaluna that does nothing. But it might do a lot of stuff here, I'm not sure. But it's just like...
We do need to take into account that these mons might not be good against high skill players, but this is a lower skill league.
I still think like you basically Ursaluna even with Terra, it kind of gets chipped down. Like you're basically Ursaluna is the trade goat. It'll trade for a mon, but you're probably not even with Terra getting to trade for 2 mons. I think it's unlikely that it'll really go absolutely nuts.
With Glow King, I quite like it. I think it can pick up multiple KOs with a Trick Room support from Glow King.
I think it's hard to get it in safely with the Trick Room. Trick Room in singles is really hard to make work even in low skill leagues because you just don't get like any turns. It's like 4 and then you have to switch into it. So you get even 3 and it's really easy to play around. But who knows? You never know with a low skill league.
The main reason I say this is because on SVOU I run Glow King Ursaluna with Trick Room. So I do like it quite a lot. I think they pair quite well.
Who knows? I honestly am not very experienced in the low ladder. I usually, you want to go and check my OU rank right now?
Just a high. I'm just gonna guess that much.
You wanna go check that?
You check.
Let's see. Yep, this is.
I don't remember what it is. I played a little bit. I'm guy fishing 12. Let's take a look.
Yeah, no, I've played you enough, and I've played you enough to not need to guess that to be told that.
I hate Gen 9 OU.
Since we've probably played like 20 times at this point.
Can you pull it up?
I'm pulling it up right now.
It'll take like 5 years to pull it up.
How is that even possible?
It's a really bad laptop.
Yeah,
when I say it's bad, I mean it struggles to run Showdown.
It struggles to run Rad Red.
That too.
Right. We should be recording on mine.
I've got.
Yeah, who knows? Ursaluna, I guess.
Gen 9 OU, about 1900.
Yeah. So, let me take a look. I think I'm on the I think the medal popped up on my screen. Yeah, I'm ranked 60 right now.
Oh, rank 1800 is like 1880 is rank 60. I thought it went up to like 2500. Or is that Rand Bats?
That's Rand Bats.
That's Rand Bats.
Yeah.
OU ladder goes up to OU ladder is 2000 at the top, so I'm 1880, which is pretty close to the top.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice. I got the little medal on my thing. So yeah, I'm not experienced in the low tiers, but I do think like Ursaluna's a little weak of a Terra captain. But who knows? I could see Terra fighting Drain Punch going a little crazy into some of these teams. So you never know. But so I think I wouldn't put this as high as Fog's team. Actually, you know what? The Pult. It's hard to put this over a Pult team, but I like the support pieces more. I think Clef is really nasty, and so is Jirachi. But I think the high tiers are a little bit worse. but
I think
the
if you
supporting
say,
pieces are
Terra
better.
to cure him, this team would
Loki.
be better.
This is still Gloking Kirim, which you can never go wrong with.
I would put it behind Pult because Pult is just kind of the goat. And
I'd agree it's second, but I don't think it's like a bad team per se.
yeah, it could be ranked 2. Who knows? Probably something around there.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's move on to the next one. Oh my god. This laptop is getting worse.
Dude, you should let me record next time.
Oh, I definitely should. But next time I'll have a PC.
This team is interesting.
So this
How
team
do
is
the
really
first
nasty.
5 mods get onto the same team?
Yeah.
Probably a low skill
Yeah.
league. Yeah. So Terra Gouging Fire is a absolute monster. I think I would have drafted balance around Gouge, but I think this is a really nasty Sun team, save for their Regieleki, who's useless. So Spectrier is a really broken Pokemon that should never be allowed in draft. It pretty much beats most teams. I have 6-0'd with this on lead before, quite a few times. The horse is absolutely nasty. It runs away with the game way too easy. It's way too broken. It should never be legal. I'm a huge ban spec fan. I used to think this mon should be legal, and I was horribly wrong. As soon as I used it, I realized, wait a second, this mon just wins on lead half the time. It's disgusting. Draining Kiss is such a huge buff for it, and yeah, it's really easy to just slam your opponent with offense and then spec them. So I think this team is really broken, but it is Sun, and Sun
I think there is also the
inherently
question of how one got Spectre round 4.
Yeah.
once again, low skill league, but yeah, Spectrier is the GOAT. Megalop, I love Megalop. I think it's really, really good. It's basically its job is to beat down offense really well. But Sun kind of does that on its own without needing the Megalop. So I could have seen maybe a different Mega here. I would have also liked to see maybe a Venusaur in this team. But overall, I think it's really, really good. I think Wake is really nasty. Gouging Fire with Terra is like pretty much like you're using like a Dialga versus some of these like standard teams. So like you're a bad guy for that. Just kidding. I would totally do it too.
With Terra in Sun as well.
We do also need to. We also do need to notice week 1 has happened, and MVP for this team so far is a Blossom.
Yeah.
That's MVP of like the league so far, I think.
Yeah, I think it's MVP of the division so far is Blossom on this team because it did get 5 kills sweeping with Quiver Dance.
Maybe you could save this for a match of the week video, but you know, I think that was a very interesting game. I can talk about how you can avoid that happening pretty consistently.
I'm down to do just matches, best matches.
But yeah, the Blossom kind of tear it, and it just Quiver Danced repeatedly. So you have some sauce with that. So I definitely think this can work in low skill league. I think Umbreon is a momentum sink that you don't want on this team.
Yeah, this is a very offensive team, and the best thing Umbreon does is stop momentum.
Yeah,
you have a ton of speed on this team, and an absolutely nasty breaker in Gouge, who can dance. Yeah, I mean, like I think this team is really good. It's lacking a steel type that's not Hisuian Sliggoo, so I really like Heatran on Sun. I think you get the Solar Beam off. And the Magma Storm, you beat a lot of bulky waters 1v1 with Magma Storm into Taunt, into Solar Beam, or Earth Power, depending on them.
To be fair, I do think on Sun you can probably get away with Steel more than most playstyles.
In a low skill league, yes, but probably not normally. In my opinion, I think that like the Steel is really important for certain matchups. But yeah, I think this team is really good.
Kind of runs away here.
I don't know how much the low skill should be factored in, but in a high tier league, this just wouldn't be as good as the other two, because there's a lot of techs you can do to stop Sun from beating you, and the team is like you really easily just kind of T-spike up and protect repeatedly versus this team, and unless it's like gouge or spec.
Grounded poison. I just
Yeah,
realized.
the only remove no grounded poison, and the only removal is Regieleki, I think.
Lando has
Defog Lando. Yeah.
Yeah, which is not bad. But I mean, you have spin and defog, which is fine. But yeah, no poison type, no real steel type. This would really suffer if your opponents were really adamant about taking advantage of that. But I don't exactly. I don't think that's going to really happen that much in this league. I don't know if people know that like you can just T-spikes protect is notoriously good versus weather teams, as well as like you can use things like utility umbrella. There's a lot of like
stuff you can do to deal with it.
Yeah. I won't leak all the text on how to beat this team, but there are quite a few. So I think it's weaker, but I could see this team easily winning this league, just running over the previous two teams, although maybe not the Glow King team, just because it's such powerful offense. And like, I think in like lower skill leagues, in my experience, like weather just kind of destroys people who aren't ready for it really easily.
Yeah.
As someone that's used a Sun team in a lower skill league, did 0 prep each week.
It's really easy to build, also. Yeah.
Oh, when I say did 0 prep, I think 3 weeks in a row I brought the same team.
I can confirm it was Garden.
Yeah, like I just kind of brought the same team 3 weeks in a row and clicked buttons and went 7-1. But yeah, I think this team third so far. I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, it goes third out of 3 so far.
Although, actually, I mean, the negatives bring it down, but if you just, like, fixed up some of the holes in the team, like, Terra Gouging Fire is, like, by far, I think, the best mod on the board, so you probably cook everything easily.
Yeah. Drop Umbreon and Sliggoo and, like, Carbink for real Pokemon.
Yeah, if you're going hard offense, drop the momentum killers.
Yeah, I would have loved to see, like, a Venusaur on that team for the poison.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, something like Umbreon. I think Umbreon, Carbink, Sliggoo add up to a Venusaur.
Who knows?
Venusaur is 9, so you can get like for those 3, you can get like a Venusaur and something else for 1 point, or upgrade something that you already have.
Yeah. Megalop could also potentially go, so could Regieleki.
Mega Venusaur or something.
Yeah. No, I just mean like the moment. Just get rid of, if you get rid of only the momentum killers, you can get like Venusaur plus like a random 1 point web setter, something like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
And if something like that happens, I think the team would be really nasty and really tough to deal with.
I mean, it's already really nasty for a For this
it is, but I'd say it goes probably either first or second with those changes.
Yeah, I think so. I think 3 is good for now.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts on this team?
Fast. So fucking fast.
This guy in the replays he sent, he had 1 gimmick, and it was lead Rabombi and hyper offense, and that's what he dropped.
I think hyper offense is kind of bad when you get into higher skill leagues, but honestly, I have no idea if that just like kind of works here.
It's the thing of in the replays, this is the closest thing Pokemon has to a one-trick pony, which is Rabombi hyper offense, was what they ran on all of their replays.
And they were all different metagames.
Yeah, they were all different metagames with different teams, except for the Rabombi hyper offense.
Only Terra is analog.
If you told me this team won 0 games and went 0-8 and showed it to me, I would not be surprised at all. That said, who knows? You could probably cheese some wins. I think hyper offense sucks ass. So yeah,
I think the team is filled with a lot of strong mons. They just, why do we need the Rabombi for webs when the entire team is fast?
You definitely could use that for certain things. I like a Rabombi with some Ape and Specs Breaker stuff, but
yeah,
like
but you're also looking at like, you're putting it next to Deoxys Speed, Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon.
Yeah,
most of these guys are already very fast and are outspeeding most of, if not everything.
You need it for like Scarfers and stuff. It's definitely good on. If you took off the Rabombi from this team, it would get significantly worse.
The real
the real problem is the Terra Avalugg. It should 100% be Terra Dio Speed and just drop one of these other bums. Screamtail is really kind of a terrible defensive Pokemon in my opinion. For a lot of reasons, it's just so passive and doesn't really do much.
Sits there. There's a reason it's much better in AAA where it doesn't just sit there.
Yeah, if your opponent just switches their whole team into T-Wave, like it can do something, but I think that you should know to like just not get T-Wave versus it because all it can do is T-Wave and Wish. So you just take advantage of the 5 returns it gives you with your ground or electric type, and you will smash every Screamtail forever. The mod is kind of bad. Yeah, I think hybrid offense is just much weaker in draft than it is on like something like ladder, because when people can tune all of their sets to specifically be your offense, it's much harder to make it work when you have no defensive switch-ins to things like moves like that are really broken, like Scald. And yeah, I think Dio Speed should definitely be Terra. I would put this at the bottom. I think it could win.
Yeah.
But I would not think that this could win in like my home league that's pretty competitive.
I don't think it could win even if we just went up to the higher skill division.
Yeah, no,
there's no way this makes playoffs.
No.
Who knows? I think that this is. Well, I would easily put this below all the other teams, and just move on.
Yeah.
I'd say there needs to be like for the team to win, it would be a pretty big skill diff.
Yeah.
Well, genuinely true. All right. So, what do you all think?
I think it's usable.
It's better than the last one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the top 2 Pokemon. And I want you to think about.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
at. No, I'm just noticing. Garchomp with nerfed Earthquake?
Yeah, that's not what you want. I believe it does get high horsepower, does it? Wait.
I believe so.
I think.
It does not get high horsepower.
Okay, yeah, that's terrible. That's awful.
Yeah, so that's a huge problem that you immediately have, is that Garchomp loves a quick Earthquake, and you cook your own Earthquake with grassy terrain. That said...
Yeah, immediately drop one of them, I think.
Terra Sneasler is evil and nefarious, and you should feel bad about drafting it. It's really broken. I would personally never lose with Terra Sneasler if I ever drafted it, but I won't ever draft it because I think it's a cheese monster. Sorry for hating.
Another one. How many cheese monsters we need a cheese monster list separate from the tier list.
Okay.
How many cheese monsters do we got?
Here's my list of cheese monsters. Sneasler.
So
Iron Crown.
Right now we have Blood Moon.
Sneasler. No. Blood Moon is not a cheeser.
Didn't you call it a cheese monster earlier?
Called it a little. Yeah, because it's a bit of a matchup fish versus a lot of team styles, but it's really not that cheesy. There are so many techs to beat it. I think it's fine. Especially because I have a Terra Sneasler staring me down. I would think it's definitely way less cheese than Terra Sneasler. Which basically just tries to sweep you with Unburdened, despite you having a fully healthy team.
And then often succeeds.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's really broken and should never be allowed. Just like Terra Gouge. And Terra Blood Moon.
To be fair, that is kind of our gimmick, is allowing absurdly broken Terra caps.
Yeah,
that's kind of our thing. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, these might look broken. Last season we had Terra Roaring Moon, so
Terrapult, Terra Valiant,
and Terrapult and Terra Val.
This is so this.
So yeah, no, compare it to last season. This is a godsend.
Yeah.
Jesus H Christ.
Don't worry. The top two on the kill leaderboards were Terra Roaring Moon, obviously, and regular Goldango. No Terra. So
yeah, Goldango's broken. That's nothing new. So Terra Sneasler is really broken, and Dire Claw is a really evil move, and so that's why I'm hating on it. But aside from the Garchomp Rillaboom anti-synergy, this team's okay. The main problem is like you kind of don't really have a lot of defensive Pokemon that switch into things. Scald looks really nasty into this. Rillaboom's gonna get burned. Hisuian Samurot's gonna get burned. Celesteela's gonna get burned. And then like, what is your Scald response? It's to get burned and be sad. This team is also very physical.
No. Like one good Will-O-Wisp in this team just like dies.
I'm just bringing Bulky Water Scald. I'm burning Rillaboom on the switch. It's gonna be useless. It's gonna be start getting 1v1 by my Bulky Water, especially when grassy terrain goes down.
Throw like one Milotic at this team and it just like crumples.
You just gotta pivot around and click Scald versus this a million times, and so it's just so Scald weak in Nat decks. Like that's a problem. Who knows how much of a problem it will be? The Garchomp Rillaboom thing will probably be a problem, but you can definitely cheese people with Terra Sneasler, and you can win with Celesteela honorably using Agility, Power, or Meteor Beam, or various Leech Seed stall sets.
Yes,
which is honorable, unlike this Sneasler. But Garchomp is really, really good and overpowered, and you should be using it to the full extent of it, and Rillaboom stops you from doing that, so that's, not exactly ideal.
If lore is needed, Scat is a fucking gremlin, and Leech Seed is his favorite move in the game, and he's annoying.
This team does have 2 good Leech Seed users, so that's a plus.
I'm not a fan of that. Hate that move with passion. So I know you are.
I would put this in 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the last team we saw, but there's some glaring weaknesses.
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
And I think we can
move on to.
So I don't know, really. Holy top heavy.
Iron Bundle drafted.
No.
Okay, Iron Bundle is a cheese monster. Okay, the list of cheese monsters is Sneasler and Iron Bundle. Sneasler and Iron Bundle. And when I say cheese monster, I mean something that needs to hacks to win. And Bundle needs to hacks to win, and Sneasler needs to hacks to win. And that's why I don't like them. And same with Shaman Sky, even though it's bad.
It sucks.
You flinch down new players and just like torment them mercilessly, and so it's cringe to do that.
So glad to have found the 3. We have the 3 biggest Shaman Sky haters in one call.
Yeah,
you despise that stupid dog. I don't know what it's supposed to be, a deer.
Yeah, Iron Bundle is a hacks god, but with Slowking, it's actually can be pretty good. Spamming Blizzard and shit like that. I hate hitting Hydro Pump. It's the worst thing ever. But I actually think with Slowking, like, it is viable. Terra Captain's not the highest of tiers, but Hydrapple and Frostmoth, both really amazing Terra Captains. And so I think that this team... Oh, the Grimmsnarl is just the shit that you can't even pronounce. That's completely worthless on this otherwise good balanced team. But yeah, Grimmsnarl is a horrible pick here because it's only used on hyper offense. All it does is screens. You can use it for other things. I really don't recommend putting it on any team that's not hyper offense. It's almost never used like that. But the rest of the team is actually really solid. I'm not a huge fan of Grafai. In fact, I would bring T-Spikes versus this team. because I don't respect Grafai, and I love T-Spikes.
Jeez.
Great Tusk is really, really amazing. Great first pick. Iron Bundle, bit of a cheese monster, but with Slowking, I think you're justified in picking it. Heatran, great.
Well then,
the Heatran Zapdos, Slowking, Hydrapple is a really nasty defensive core. Grimmsnarl should never be here. Get rid of this guy for another fast option, and this team is amazing.
Yeah, I'd call it the best we've seen so far.
I would not say it's the best we've seen so far. There's no Ubers on this team, and this is an Ubers league. Unfortunately, few people know this, but it's actually an Ubers league because we have so many Ubers available. So you lose points for not having any of the Ubers.
There's more Ubers than semi-Ubers was.
I would put this at I don't know, maybe like 3, could be 4.
Yeah, I think 3, 4.
Yeah.
I'll put it at 3.
Dealer's choice on which position it goes into for that. But I think it's good.
I'm the one making the list. I win.
Grimmsnarl definitely holds it back, and like the lack of fast options other than Bundle, Grafai is not real. I would love to put a great Grafai meme on the screen, but Scat literally cannot use his computer. So
I mean, you can send him. We can try.
If you're watching this, ask me for the Grafai meme. Hold up, let me send it in the chat, and you can maybe see if you can put it in there.
Yeah,
I've defined it.
I can pretend I edit the videos if I can't get it up.
Yeah. Okay, so I've sent it.
Let's see. Come on, OBS, you can do it. Oh, this is bad. Oh. We're getting them.
We'll get there one day. I believe in you, Potato.
I don't. Hey!
No.
No, I have to open it. Will it be open? That's a big question.
No.
Drum roll, please.
The answer is no.
This is one of the computers of all time. If you can give it that much credit.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a computer.
if you would please consult the graph. This is
Yep.
Read the damn shirt is all I gotta say about this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's peak. Let's move on.
Moving on.
That was so worth the
Level of Grafai. Worth every second.
Oh, that was so worth every second.
Anyway,
why isn't it capturing?
This team also gets points for being very cool, and it has a lot of aura. Unlike the some teams that wait. What? Yeah. This team has a lot of aura. Unlike the people who are abusing the greatest Terra captains of all times, I think Tusk plus this balanced squadron, it's very auraful. So I think that you get cool points for this draft. And
come on, OBS, you can pull it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones.
Fucking meme. It's just stuck on the fucking meme.
It wants people to see more Grafai.
And by the aura team that I'm talking about is the Tusk one. I think I can't wait. I can't remember the teams. What was I thinking that was cool? Hold up. We need to go back, but this dude.
Well, I don't think it's the next one because I think there's one that you are known for. The next team has a mon that you seem to have a hatred for. By that I mean you just call it a fraud.
Oh, yeah, well, a lot of Pokemon are frauds. My bad. I'm hating. I like Great Tusk teams.
This fucking work. Holy fuck.
Yeah, so this team has aura, so I like it.
It's a respectable team.
OBS decided
nothing.
Fuck you too.
There's a lot of cool mons and a bundle and a Grimmsnarl. And that's pretty much it.
There's cool mons, cheese monsters, and Grimmsnarl.
OBS finally started fucking capturing the right thing instead of just capturing the meme. Holy fuck.
This is what people are here for. They're watching for the meme.
For the Grafii.
Dude.
Yeah, they're here for Grafii.
I need to...
This is honestly kind of crazy. I don't understand how Google Sheets is taking this long to load. Are you doing this on a phone?
No,
Anyway.
This is my laptop. Wait till you see
No,
these
don't worry.
Showdown.
Don't worry. I do this.
Except for
Yeah, I was gonna say
maybe Bundle.
I was gonna say I do sheets on my phone, and it is about 50 times faster than him.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get a new computer. This is.
I'm in the process of buying a PC. Don't worry.
I can see that it's clicked, and it still takes like a minute fully to load.
Yep.
Okay, finally.
It's gonna end up being half the video is gonna end up being loading.
It's just simulating what it's like to play on a Switch 1.
It's true.
This team is kind of the shit that you can't pronounce. I have no idea why there's a Terra Iron bundle on this team. Maybe it's good in low skill leagues.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was waiting for. You are a known Iron Boulder despiser.
Iron Boulder is overrated. I've never lost to it in my whole career, and I've beaten it 600 times. That's all I gotta say about Iron Boulder. As a serious Mons fiend, I've played it a million times, never lost. There's no replays of me losing to Iron Bundle. And by Iron Bundle, I meant Boulder. But I like Mega Gardevoir. And yeah, there's kind of just like a bunch of random Pokemon thrown onto this team a little bit. There's too many 4x weaknesses with Fortress and Moltres. I don't know. A lot of these mons. I feel like a lot of these monsters don't do anything. I don't know why Xurkitree is here. I don't know why Shaman is here. Terra the Dunsparce, even though it's this is a good low tier Terra Captain, but really I don't think it's going to function that well here. I have no idea. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I'm not a huge fan of this team, honestly.
No, this is easily the worst team we've looked at. Greninja.
Yeah, I just think that
crazy.
Also, I will forever stand by. Moltres fucking sucks. It's terrible.
Has rock coverage.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone who has ever ran Moltres into me has never gotten value because they're a fucking hive mind, and the second they see one physical attacker, they're like Moltres time, and I just run Stone Edge and it fucking dies.
Yeah, I also do that every time.
I've never been caught fighting a Moltres and it getting value into me because they're all Moltres users are a hive mind. And just click the Moltres button the second they see a physical attacker, and I always predict that. And it works every time.
Yeah, it does. It's just too easy to snipe it with the rock moves, I think.
It's really easy because they don't do anything else.
Yeah. It's you're kind of relying on Moltres for the ground immunity, and Edgequake is common enough that it's a bit of a problem. Just the base stats in this team are a little too low, I think, generally. But I think that you can win versus some teams with this, but I do think it's like a weaker squad. I would put this definitely at the bottom.
Oh, easily.
I think it's funny how... I think it's kind of funny how base stats work in the regular games versus draft, where you'll see a Mon with like 520 in the regular game. That's a really good Mon. And then in draft, it's like, oh, my average is like 540. My team is ass.
I feel like base stats are on average lower in draft than normal.
Yeah, because you're forced to draft shit mons.
Yeah.
I also but you get like you get like Articunos and shit, and those are like shit mons that have good BSTs.
I've never drafted Articuno in my life, and I never will.
I've also Galarian Articuno is really amazing. I don't like regular Articuno.
Oh, I don't either. I'm just talking about. I just thought random low tier with a good stat total.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
think you can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it at the bottom.
I've clicked it. Here we go.
Yay.
Okay. So I have big opinions on this team. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts before I spew some bias.
Kanoko is infamous for drafting Terra captains at the very start of a draft.
Yes. Like Dragalge. I think
pick 3 Terra Dragalge.
Well, honestly, I think that the Terra Tealpon round 1 is a sign that you need to be in the advanced division. That's a kind of a crazy take, I know, but I think Terra Tealpon is unbelievably busted. I think it's really, really strong. I think the speed boost is really nasty. I think it just completely fries any team without a 4x grass resist, because 2x grass resists mean literally nothing to Ogerpon Teal, as long as you just have like bulky pivots to get it in. I think that like Ogerpon Teal plus a Specs Breaker plus bulky pivots pretty much wins every matchup very easily. In my experience, when I've used it, that's basically what has happened. I use it in OU. I think it's by far the best Ogerpon, if you ask me. Maybe Hearthflame is probably better with Terra. But I think I would
with Terra, Hearthflame is a war crime.
But I usually play draft formats where all the Ogerpons but Hearthflame can Terra. In some cases, some they can't. But in OU, I much prefer Tealpon to Woger. Which is a hot take, but check Elo if you're hating.
Yeah. I think with Terra, Tealpon being the second best one is like nearly unanimous. Just because the speed boost is much more valuable. I think as
a lot of people really prefer the Wogerpon. Yeah,
I'm not the water one.
I like the speed boost a lot more than I like the Spadef boost. I do like the boost on Ivy Cudgel, for water, but like I think the speed boost, especially on a mon like Ogerpon who has 110, is really useful.
Yeah, and then you can go choice band on top of that and just start clicking the Ivy Cudgel button.
Yeah. I'd say even if it had to hold a mask, I think Tealpon would be more valuable than with Terra than Wellspring.
No, definitely not. The speed boost isn't worth the much better typing. I think if you can, like the fact that you can run an item is really, I think, what makes a big difference here, in my opinion. I would definitely prefer Wogerpon if it was not item locked. But like I even think that the item is so valuable that there's a contender that Tealpon is maybe the best of them all, but that's maybe too spicy of a take. But yeah, I think it's really good.
It's top 2 at least.
I think I'm surprised to hear you say that, considering I think a lot of people would disagree. I
think in draft especially, it's better than Hearthflame and Cornerstone. I think, in my opinion, Cornerstone is easily the worst one. I like Hearthflame's typing, but in draft especially, I think Hearthflame is kind of a fraud because of Rock's weakness, and you can't run boots.
I think it's really strong. I think despite the Rock's weakness, you can really play around it.
I think it's very good. I just see people putting it like 1 point under Wellspring, and I don't think it's worth. I'd put it 3 to 4 points under Wellspring, but I'm also a big Wellspring enjoyer. I think Wellspring is like 16 points, and I put Hearthflame around 13 to 12.
I definitely think Hearthflame is worth a lot more than 13 to 12, personally. It runs ham in some of these like Smoke on Draft tournaments for sure. So I like it a lot, even though you got to play around the rock weakness, but it's a good enough breaker that even if you're limited on how much you can switch in, it can still do things. But back to this
I also
team.
think Hearthflame. Yeah, back to the team.
Yeah, it's turned into the Ogre Pawn segment.
Yeah. I think it's not bad. I don't love Gudra. I think it's kind of an overrated mon. I also think Mega B is not that
Preach to
good.
the choir, man. That thing sucks.
Yeah, we were only talking earlier about how much we hate.
Yeah, we were
Gudra.
talking about it earlier when we saw a Gudra team, and we were like, bruh, Gudra gets on the field, takes 2%, and just sits there doing jack shit.
It would be a great mon if it got recovery. But
if it had recover, it's amazing, but it's not.
Have recover and flip turn, it's broken.
Yeah.
I think the main problem is with this team is that the defensive Pokemon don't have recovery outside of Porygon 2. I think Cobalion could go for a better steal. I think I would FA some of these weaker guys. I don't think you really need physical breaker Victini when you have Ogerpon Teal plus U-turn into something like Primarina or Melmetal potentially, but who knows? Mega B P2 can be a pretty nasty core where you teleport out with P2 and then you U-turn with Mega B back into P2 and P2 takes all the hits and it eats them really easily and then you get those slow teleports into fast Mega B U-turn. So I think you could definitely keep that, but you could maybe get rid of some of the other guys to make this a little bit better. That said, I do think it's pretty good. I like Primarina, I like Melmetal, but yeah, just the lack of recoveries, I think this team's going to struggle in Natex. I think I much prefer teams with reliable recovery.
This team would kill for an Alomomola for wish support.
Alomomola plus Tealpon is pretty much like free wins. I think like it's borderline, dishonorable to draft that. But maybe that's a little too much Alomomola. That's me being a hater too much. No, it's just really strong. The Tealpon plus Aloe core is just so nasty. That thing wins games just so easily. You can have the opponent know every move you're going to make and still 6-0 them with that combo. It's that strong.
Yep. No, but that's the thing is a bunch of bulky mons with no recovery. A wish support would be so useful.
Ideal. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even like Wish Alamola. I prefer AV. I think that this team functions pretty well as a bulky offense team, but I think that Tealpon functions better on balance. So, yeah. I would put this mid-high overall.
Third.
Maybe like fourth. I wouldn't put this third. I don't think it.
Yeah, are we putting it above or under the Great Tusk team?
Oh, definitely below. I would say I would put it below. What is? Can I see the list again? The top 3 teams should probably be, or the first 3 teams should probably be the top 3. Scat, don't do that.
We put the third team. We passed the third team by this team and the Great Tusk team.
The Sun team. I don't think the Great Tusk team has it like the Sun team does. I think the Sun team should be definitely third.
Then
put the Sun team third, and then it's probably fine.
All right.
T-Dog, send the rankings right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in the chat.
Screenshot. Yeah, I just got the screenshot.
I think the Sun team is really, really broken, even though it has some problems. I'd say it's Fwog, Hazelnut Lasagna, Club Shea Sharpay, I don't know really, Kinoko, Hawkintut, Kyurok, Craze.
So just
so I would just move Club Shea Sharpay to number 3, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I do think that Sun team is really broken, and the weaknesses you can just basically play around by throwing offense at the wall.
Yep.
But I think that we went through most of the really good teams super early.
Yeah, I'm looking at the next team. This might be worse than the one we have at the bottom right now.
Yeah.
It has a Meowscarada, so I would say no.
It has Terra Sylveon.
It does have a pick one Terra Sylveon though.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Clay, but they pick Sylveon round 1 in every draft. They do every time. So
why?
I'm not sure, but I've noticed this. I've seen them do this in a couple leagues. I think they love Sylveon a lot. But honestly, this team is quite a bit better than the last place team. I think you have Meowscarada, Treads. I mean, the Terra Captains are weak. I don't think that there's ever a reason to Terra something that's not Sylveon on this team. Arcanine's kind of likes to be a fire type, honestly. I think that it's bulky, it teleports, it Morning Suns.
I can see Arcanine being E-Speed spam into that, like, Rabombi team from earlier. And that's the only reason. Terra Normal E-Speed just kind of clears that team.
There's Terra Fire Burn Up as well, which is a set that it does run sometimes.
Yeah, those are both bad. I would say I wouldn't do that. I think Terra Normal E-Speed gets absolutely mogged by the big problem, which is the Ape anyway versus that other team.
Oh, I forgot there was an Ape.
I would say that's
never mind.
That's kind of not ideal. This team has some great bulky pivots with the Arcanine, the Pecharunt, the Iron Treads into breakers such as Choice Band Meowscarada and Choice Band Meowscarada. Surely there's another breaker on the team.
No, you have Choice Band Meowscarada. We have Choice Band Meowscarada. Yeah. We have Absol if you're coping. We have Absol if you're coping. And
I'm the Absol guy, and I don't even think that's true.
I'm saying if you're coping and saying it's and pretending it's good.
So Raptor is just too weak to rocks to be an effective breaker, and Latios is just not that girl without Terra. It is one of the most broken Terra captains you can possibly have, but it is complete buns with no Terra. So I think that this is not the worst team, but yeah, you would really like to be able to run items that are not. You're gonna suffer. What I predict is that this team looks really bulky, but the breakers are really not there. So you're gonna have a million 100 turn games with this team, where you just can't break the opponent and they slowly win. And that's my prediction for what happens with this team. Well, it's not stalled. You just have good defensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say this team has like 100 turn games, but it also doesn't even stall that well.
Yeah,
so it's not you like good at getting those 100 turn games.
You lose the slow battle against all the teams, but Kinoko, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's just pivot around till Meowscarada comes in and can click knockoff or flower trick.
Can I see Kiar Raku's team again?
Yes.
That is the turbo fast hyper offense team with
the hyper offense.
Oh, this is. I would say this is better than that. What is Hawk and Tut?
The Garchomp.
That's the Garchomp. Boom.
Yeah, it's probably worse than Hawk and Tut. I'd put it in between Kiaraku and Hawk and Tut.
Yeah. All right.
Next up, we have Koza.
So
it's an interesting team.
This is almost a really amazing team. We might see this a bit. The Terra captains are a little bit wrong. You never want to Terra Rotom Heat. You never want to Terra Pheasantipity. They love their base typings. They're very useful for the defensive profile. You want to keep them in their standard typings. Enamorous Incarnate is like so broken with Terra. That thing, Choice Specs, Terra Fairy, kills everything. So easy, so free. Slow bulky pivots like Fez into Specs, Enamorous Incarnate wins games easily. And that Dracofish is a breaker. I honestly think this is the opposite of the last team you saw, in that it's just breakers. You got an Emrys Eye, Dracovish, Galarian Darmanitan, Metagross, Porygon Z, Araquanid, What? There's just so much breaking
and
power.
Your cleanup is and your cleanup is Sceptile?
Yeah, so Mega Sceptile can't clean, so it's
exactly. It's the closest thing the team has to a cleanup.
You can kind of clean with Scarf.
Cleanup.
Scarf G-Darm, but that's pretty unreliable. You need a cleaner on this team. This is the first team that I have ever said, wow, you need a Greninja on this team.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Greninja?
What?
What's wrong with Greninja? He didn't do nothing wrong.
I just find that Greninja's... I like Greninja, but you have to really play around with it well because the stats are just so low. Like the offensive stats, really low. It's a great cleaner if you activate Battle Bond. It can be a great support with Protean. But like it is the more skilled you are, the better it is. So it can be a little, and it can very much feel weak in certain leagues because there's just so many Pokemon with so many stats in Gen 9 that without the super big Battle Bond, it can suffer. But I do think Greninja is good, but I'm not typically thinking like, damn, this guy, you know what this guy needs? A Greninja, because the base stats are 100.
Yeah.
With the offensive stats. So oftentimes it's not my first thought. But on a team with so many breakers, it functions well.
That may be why I never got value from Greninja in the like 4 times I've drafted it until recently.
So you might notice that
the skill floor.
Well, the thing is that
the more I play, the more value I get from it.
Yeah, but even with a skilled player, the base stats just really hold it back. But it loves to get that Battle Bond off if the team is really weakened. So I would love to see a better cleaner than Mega Sceptile, who's completely worthless. Liepard, there are 1-pointers that give you more value. This Pokemon is too bad to ever come to a match. You really don't need G-Darm on this team. You already have a million breakers. Some of the breakers should go for... PZ could definitely go. It's not as good of a breaker as the rest. For some fast guys. You have no Pokemon faster than 106 speed on this team. And Mega Sceptile, once again, not a Pokemon.
Except for Sceptile, who doesn't...
No.
You have
Mega Sceptile is
a bunch of
spiritually 60 speed.
You have nothing above 106 speed except for Sceptile, who I'm pretty sure is a Digimon.
Yeah, it's just
like
Digimon,
last I checked, I don't think that classifies as a Pokemon.
Nobody can even pronounce Mega Sceptile, so just get rid of that guy.
Yeah,
I think this team's not bad,
I like
but it's
Sceptile. I want Mega Sceptile to be good. It's terrible.
They gotta buff it. In Radical Red, they gave it Technician, and they swapped the attack and special attack.
Oh,
and it turns out physical attack,
you
Mega
don't
Sceptile,
know.
Actually quite good. It gets SD.
You don't know how many hours I've put into Rad Red, and you don't know how many of those I've had using Mega Sceptile. It's awesome.
Yeah, Mega Sceptile becomes like one of the better Megas in Rad Red, and it's so fun. It clicks Dual Chop and Bullet Seed for its stabs. It has ridiculous high attack, super fast speed. It's actually a good Pokemon. It's not walled by every steel type in the game. So nice. So
it has
awesome.
Earthquake off of an actually decent attacking stat. And it gets Swords Dance. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of an Ice Shard victim, but that's fine. Anyway.
There's nothing you can do about that. This is a Mega Sceptile. There was no fixing that without changing the typing, which you can't really do with when it's a Sceptile.
The typing is obviously not good. It's like you never want dual stab walled by steel types. If you can avoid it.
To be fair, make this thing not a Mega. Give it the ability to Terra. It's broken.
Yeah, well, it has 100 BST compared to normal Pokemon.
That's what I mean. It's like I think a lot of Megas would benefit so much from not being a Mega and wouldn't actually break the game. I think a Mega Aggron would kill to hold an item.
All of the Megas would kill to hold an item.
Well, okay, I wouldn't call them all good with an item. Like, they're shit like Camerupt.
I love Mega Camel. I think Mega Camel's the GOAT.
I love him. He's cool. I still think he's not broken with an item.
Hey, I don't know. Catch me with that. My specs, Mega Camera Up is with Sheer Force, or my Life Orb, Sheer Force, Mega Camel is going to shimon the fuck. Oh my god, I would love that guy. He would actually probably get... that could never happen because the game is balanced around VGC, and he would be actually too broken in VGC if he got golden item.
He does shimon VGC with Eruption on Trick Room.
Oh yeah, Eruption.
You just give him Eruption on Trick Room.
No, if they nerf your Eruption, Sheer Force, Life Orb, like Flamethrower, Fire Blast are so unbelievably strong. I think they're even maybe stronger, who knows, than Eruption, but no, they're not.
Sheer Force, Life Orb, probably. No, it depends. Heat Wave and doubles is not.
It's not, but it is ridiculously strong if they break your Eruption. That guy would be so nasty. Although you might want to run not Eruption Life Orb because that's anti-synergy.
That's horrible. Yeah. That's stupid.
It's also funny though.
That would be very funny.
It's hilarious. You're turning Eruption into like... You're turning Eruption to we have Crush Grip at home. Just the more you use it, the worse it gets.
No, you put it beside a heal pulse mon.
You put it next to a heal pulse mon. Based.
Oh, true. Need that comfy for the Trick Room heal pulse?
You put that motherfucker next to a Hatterene with heal pulse Trick Room. Shimons the entire game.
I like this team. I would put this team... This is above the Hyper Offense team. Above Kiraku.
That says very little. That is their second to last team, I think.
Oh,
is it is it over Clay?
Dude, I kind of want to say no, to be honest. No, maybe it is probably better than Clay's.
It is.
Actually,
Clay has one real
Is it better than Garchomp Rillaboom?
No.
Maybe we gotta... Oh, God, the Garchomp Rillaboom has such good Pokemon on it, though, that it probably gets a pass.
The Mons are so good. They fit perfectly. Just... I'm sorry, drop... Because of the synergy with Sneasler, drop Garchomp.
Dropping Garchomp is so bad.
Drop Garchomp.
Well, I think Rillaboom Sneasler is more value than Garchomp is giving you.
What? Yeah, probably. It just feels bad, though. You should try to trade that to somebody.
I'm saying dropping Garchomp feels wrong, but I also think it's the correct move.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
do we have Sleepy Kinoko above? Do we have Sleepy Kinoko above Hawk and Tut?
Yes, we do.
They're about the same team value, I would say.
If I'm them, I'm dropping Garchomp for Palafin, because Palafin is still on the board.
I would say that those are about equal good teams, if you ask me personally. But I love Terra Pond.
Kinoko, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe somebody else would put Hawk and Tut above.
I think they're similar in strength. I can't disregard the Rillaboom Garchomp. It hurts the team so much.
Yeah, it really does.
Every week.
It has so much going for it, and then you look at their top two picks and see that they actively hurt each other.
Yeah.
The team also gets shimoned by ice types. Like a good ice type, shimons the team.
You're so right. This team is way too ice weak.
Weavile just kind of destroys it.
Yeah, I might put
you're
Kinoko
relying
above this
on
team.
we already had Kanoko above this team. We're just like
Okay, good.
hard relying on Scarflacephalon to deal with the ice types.
I would put Kozakura maybe around this kind of marker of the Hawkentut.
Yeah, just above or
Kanoko.
Kanoko.
Somewhere around there is probably fine.
I'll put it underneath for now.
All right. So, does anyone recognize what this team is?
This is a camel team, isn't it?
Yes.
Or this is just camel prep.
Mew, Mega Venusaur.
This is I don't know where Cinderace got this team from, but he drafts it every time, and it doesn't win every time.
I know. Oh, the reason he drafts this every time is because Camel tells him.
Yeah, I think so.
Every time.
Probably.
I'm sorry, Cinderace, you're a great guy. You worship Camel like a fucking religious figure.
I remember. So Cinderace said, "I can't wait for them to do PRs so we can hear how shit Donuts' team is," and that's so funny because my brother in Christ, you built the team.
Yep. Yeah. Also, basically the same team he drafted last season.
It's very similar.
This is
another thing is this is really good. I like it a lot.
So I think it has a couple mons that are overrated. I think that there are some mild problems that we've with Cinderace's past teams that we've also solved here, like removal, for example. Alomomola and Hydreigon, and like are really good synergy together. I love Specs Hydreigon. I think Hydreigon's really amazing. I love to Terra my Hydreigon. I think Zamazenta's overrated. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's going to perform even in the low scale league. I think it's just too easy to beat, if you ask me. But you can maybe cheese some people with IDEF. I just don't like it. I think it's not good. I think it's weak to Psy Noise. It's weak to all these like sound moves and all this nonsense and status.
To be fair, I'm not running very many psychic moves into this team with Mew, Corviknight, Hydreigon.
You need psychic moves in this team, otherwise you're going to lose to Zama Vinu.
Oh, I bring flying moves into that. I bring a Hurricaner. I bring a Hurricane into that.
You're getting mogged by
a good acrobatics.
Dude, Corviknight and Aloe handle those flying moves really well.
I think flying is better into this team than psychic is.
That's just not the case.
Your flying type is getting outsped and plasma fisted to the face.
Most psychic types will have coverage for Corviknight. Mew is going to be weird, but like you need the psychic for Mega Venu, and like Hydreigon also. Like the psychic types are going to have like T-Bolt, Dazzling Gleam, and that's like perfect coverage into this team. Like the flying types are going to really struggle to make it through core of Aloe. You really need something that breaks the defensive core, and so having like electric coverage is really important. So maybe like a electric flying type I could see going pretty hard into this team, but because Zero Aura is just so defensively weak, I think. But I just, there's a lot of mons that beat this.
This team is
the flying is really broken. Yeah, kind of. I mean, you got the Zero Aura.
Terra. Terra. If you grab Terra Kilowattrel, give it Terra Ground, you shamone this team.
The thing is that like you can still lose 1v1 to Mega Venusaur. Like it can leech seed, it can protect, it can synth.
Well, Venusaur is like the 1v1 guy. This dude 1v1s can everything.
But I think like psychic types with Psychic Noise is a really good tool against this team because it really shuts down the Mega Venusaur, and you basically need to do that. So like we talk about Kilowattrel beating this team. Hurricane doesn't even KO the Hurricane doesn't KO Mega Venusaur, and Air Slash is doing less than 50 versus it. So you can get Synthesis on, you can get Leech Seeded on. I think you really need the Psychic type moves and the Sound type moves for the Zamazenta and the Mega Venusaur. But aside from that, I think this team is pretty good. I think that basically, I've seen Cinderace use this team and lose with it a lot of times. So I'm not lose with it. I mean, he did pretty well last season, but I honestly think like
last season, I'd argue, even though he didn't win, I'd argue Cinderace did the best of anyone last season in that dex.
Ukalaka is quite good.
No, all of the people, because I think there were 4 7-1 teams, and I think the one loss on, I think 2 of the 3 other than Cinderace came from Cinderace.
Yeah.
Cinderace was the only person who was consistently beating the 7-1 teams.
The 7-1 teams were fighting the people that didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, no, that was the biggest flaw with last season is half the players got a free ticket to playoffs because they fought the bad players, and the other half are the bad players that were getting dunked on, while the good players didn't play each other.
Like we had people that never played Pokemon before in last season.
Yeah, so that's why you need a bit of a separation
for
some of the Nat decks.
I think
this team
was the shit that happened last season is why we have skill divs.
Yeah, so I think that like generally
we separated it.
Yeah. So Mew is a great Pokemon, but it also requires a lot of like time and effort, I think, to really make it shine. I think that the majority of players default to either bulky support with hazards or like DD or Nasty Plot setup, or like the Double Dance set. And I think that like it's a little overrated. I think I have found that when I've played Mew teams, that I can find ways to reliably cover both the support set and the setup sets, and I think a lot of them can end up being taunt victims. Although Mew has some good speed, but I think that it takes a player like Camel.
I think people talk a lot about how like versatility Mew's versatility is amazing, which it is, to be fair. I just think the stats hurt it a lot because of the offenses are kind of low. So it does. I think if it was able to more consistently run wall breaking sets, it would be broken, but it can't.
No,
really.
I think that the 100s across the board is great. But you need like the real psycho sets
with reliability.
I think you need the real psycho niche sets to make Terra really shine.
Yeah, and I think that most players are just going to default. Setup. Mew is good with support. It's good with support. It's good with setup. I don't know. It's not really doesn't do many other roles. Like Wall Breaker Mew doesn't really work.
I've seen there's some real niche Mew sets that can really go crazy, and I think that those are the ones that are really good.
It's a question of skill. Like this is, I will always stand with Mew is like Greninja. The better you are at the game, the better you are at using Mew.
But I think that one thing that makes Mew a little bit different is that I don't find that you make a lot of skill progress using Mew. I think it's a mon that I think it's better to like wait until you've really formed your style and then use Mew, because I think it can kind of hinder you over focus on the Mew, and I think it can become a hindrance for new players. So I think that
you don't get better at using Mew. You don't get better at using Mew. You get better at the game, then you use Mew.
That's what I prefer personally. I think it's still very good, but I don't know. I think I would have given him one of the big Uber Terra captains rather than Mew. Personally,
yeah. I'd still put it in the top half for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Giving
put it either above. I'd put it either third or fourth. I'm putting it near the Sun team.
It's not as good as the Sun team. I would say probably not. I would maybe put this 5.
5 is right above Kanoko, right under. I don't know really.
Yeah.
Which is the other team with no Ubers.
I would say I would put this right below. I don't know really. I would say, yeah, this is number 5 for me, and I don't think any other team that we're going to see is going to be better. I think it's a solid. This is the 5th best team on the board, pretty easily.
Here's one that
Obviously,
draft and pick one.
Okay.
We do have something.
Can I be honest?
Mega Diancie for the next team. Mega Diancie fucking sucks. Moving on.
I don't. This team feels like so many different pieces. It just doesn't. It feels like mons that have a lot of anti-synergy with each other. Galvangela is a mon you should not be drafting, I think, personally. I think that I have never seen Galvantula pop off, and yeah, I don't like.
Bunch of pretty decent
really
mons put into one team without looking at synergy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like some of these guys. I think Urshifu's single strike, I think, is pretty overrated. I think it's in this format, it's just not going to be that good for you. It's pretty mids.
It's more a question of if people know how to play around it.
Goldengo is super broken, but you need spikes on a Goldengo team biblically, and Mega DNC is not a good spiker. I don't know if that gets spikes. I just looked back
at Flog's team, who is first right now. There is a humongous dark weakness here. It's only Hitmonlee and low kicks that are resisting it.
2 resist is probably fine. You got
it's also not very good resist.
And you're probably going to be bringing that Hitmonlee. If you bench both of the dark resists, it can be tough, but I don't think that's that big of a problem, honestly. Does it?
It's more if I see this team, I'm bringing Scarf Urshifu single strike with Terra Dark every time.
Oh yeah, that's doing nothing to Tangrowth. Plus, you're never breaking Tangrowth with Terra Dark single strike. With Rocky Helmet, synthing up, or healing with Regenerator. That's not doing shit. Fully Fizdef Tangrowth mods forever.
With the Regenerator, it depends. After, let me see. After one spike, it has a good chance.
There's no spikes in this team.
Fizdef Tangrowth.
There's no spikes.
There's only I'm not talking about this team specifically. I'm not talking about this team specifically. I'm just saying if I have an Urshifu, I set up a spike, maybe 2 even, and I think I Tuco everything else on the team. I either Tuco or Oko the entire team.
With Scarf?
Yes, with Scarf, 1 spike, Terra Dark, Adamant Wicked Blow has an 85% chance to Tuco Fizdef Tangrowth.
I'm looking at it right now. It says it does 41 to 49.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting up a spike in this situation for Rocky Helmet.
Yeah, but you can pivot around with the you go Tangrowth once, you force the helmet chip, and then you go into the dark resist, and hopefully it's fine. If you can also go Tangrowth once, get the helmet chip, then sack maybe a weaker Pokemon.
Hitmonlee after a spike is getting O-code.
Dude, you got to be running defensive Hitmonlee or some sort of thing versus.
Yeah. You're forgetting heavy duty boots are like right there.
In this situation it was Rocky.
Yeah, if you have some bulk, you're probably Hitmonlee has like 0 bulk. I think you could be a little bit more insured against dark types, but I think that it's pretty easy to play around that. I think especially with Tangrowth,
drafted.
Urshifu single strike is probably like the strongest dark type attacker, just in terms of power
on the board, definitely.
And I even think that Flog's team has plenty of ways around single strike. I think it's kind of some mids.
Well, I
Mega
think it is kind of
Diancie,
relying on first impression. Mega Diancie sucks. Moving on. That's all I need to.
I hate it.
Spawn's it's just not
so
good.
bad.
You have
It's a
Sino, which
the amount of people I've seen look at Mega Diancie is like, oh, 160 offensive. That thing broken, and it still has 110 defenses. It can take it. It can't. It has 50 HP. It's getting O code.
Yeah. Didn't your Mega Diancie lose to the striker twice?
Yeah, it's taking. Yeah, I'm the one. I've been shamoned by Zepstrika because Smart Strike. It loses the 1v1 to Zepstrika, so it sucks. Okay.
Mega Diancie can work. I think it's very niche. I think you have to be really aggressive with it. I think the risk reward is skewed in the opponent's favor when you're using Mega Diancie. Also,
just one Scarfer with a steal move and it insta dies.
There's kind of a lot of yeah. I think that this team doesn't really do super well against hazards. Like the opponent just runs a lot of boots and hazard stacks against you, and you kind of have like no response versus that.
Well, I don't. Because even if you go that many boots into this team, because it's only Diancie and Galvantula and maybe Don Fan setting up hazards.
What? Yeah. I guess the hazard support isn't great either. I just figure like Don Fan will probably get him up. Yeah, you probably don't even need boots. Although, like Galv Gold, like I think that you could justify some boots. I love boots. I think it's really.
I justify some boots on the Rock Week mons, but like I wouldn't run like a boot stack team. I wouldn't stack boots. I would just run stack. Like. Yeah, just no, I don't hate. I like boot stack. I don't run it into this team.
Yeah, I'd probably run it this team, to be honest.
Yeah, boots are never a bad item to have.
No, they're never bad to have. I just think there are a lot of teams that don't need it when you're fighting them.
I love facing something like a Galvantula, and they bring the Galvantula, and I have mono boots, and they just brick with the Galvantula.
They no longer have them on.
Galvantula's the biggest waste of ever.
Yeah, Galvantula loses all its value the second boots come into play.
So
it has one gimmick that other mons do it for cheaper.
Yeah, I run like the shitty 1 point Weber's first.
So your physical bulk on this team is not good. Well, Donphan has no recovery, so it's pretty easy to just hammer it with a physical attack and then come back in and do it again repeatedly. Like, you don't really have great knockoff switch-ins because Urshifu wants to keep his item and Mega Diancie gets predicted and dies, and like everything else really needs its item.
A lot of after it gets like a Marvel scale off is fine to take a knockoff, but that's it.
I'm not sold in this team. I think it's pretty weak. I don't see it winning games, to be honest.
No. What's lower? Right underneath Clay.
I think that
under Clay above the Hyper Offense team.
Milotic and Goldengo are really good teams, but honestly, the teams in this league are pretty good. And I don't know if this one can compete. I love Dragonite, but I don't think it functions well in this team.
It's the worst one.
It's just I think we can throw this near the bottom. I honestly might prefer it to I might prefer it to Hyper Offense because I think Hyper Offense is just so bad. But I don't know.
No, that's my.
I feel like it can overwhelm people easier than this.
Yeah, no. My argument is put it right above Kiraku.
I think Milotic flip turn into Goldengo is just better than all Hyper Offense.
Yeah, Hyper Offense
hurts my soul. Some of the fastest Hyper Offense game. As the local Hyper Offense player, that hurts, but it's true. I like Hyper Offense. Doesn't mean I have to admit that it's good because it isn't.
Well, it's not good in draft. It's pretty good on ladder.
Yeah, I also don't play ladder very much.
Yeah, I play a little bit.
For some reason, ladder is the one metagame where I don't run hyper offense. I run bulky trick room.
You gotta swap that up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to use Class True, man, and I thought it would be funny.
This is a fan favorite team.
This team is really Sigma. I think it's easily.
I think number one.
You got
this is number one for the same reason as Mono Pink.
No, I think this is about halfway through. I would say Mega Sizzler and Terapagos are probably just like together better than some of these teams we've seen so far. And I think that we should give it a fair ranking, which is about middle of the pack.
Oh, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing as I did with Mono Pink, where I'm putting it in 2 spots.
No. I think we should just give it a fair ranking, and put it, maybe better than the hyper offense team, and call it a day.
So the middle of the pack puts it third to last.
yeah, that's about middle of the pack. When you see the full thing, as spoilers for the next couple teams.
Yeah, the top 3 mons I think can overwhelm a lot of
these are teams. These are teams. Just for these next 3 teams,
straight from here.
Yes. What are we supposed to monologue about Crocolore?
I was gonna monologue about Gloom.
What are we?
Dude, let's monologue about Crocolore. Dude, this guy hates Crocolore. You're so biased against Crocolore. It's better than Skeledirge. Just kidding. I'm just lying. I'm just lying. I don't know.
Coco. I don't give a fuck about the other 2.
Yeah. He is a dude. When SV came out and I saw Crocolore, I was like, this guy's about to have the best evolution of all time. And then it was Skeledirge, which is not bad.
And then evolve my guy.
But I think they could have done better with Skeledirge's design. I'm going to be honest. I think he's close to being super peak.
I mean, I think he fits the theme they were going for perfectly, I think. They were going for like a Mexican vibe, and I think they nailed that.
They should have just stuck with Coco and called it a day. Just made them bigger and bigger.
Final form is Dynamax Coco.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about some rain now. I'm trying to talk about some rain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but rain sucks in draft. It's really bad. That said, it is cool and honorable. I love fight the good fight. Keep drafting rain even though it's so bad. It is so unbelievably unviable.
Note, 50% of my league wins are from rain teams, so...
Okay, so this actually, now that I think about it, rain does kind of farm in low skill divs. It's really bad in high skill, but I've also won a league with rain.
I know, you fought me in finals. I was the victim. I was the victim.
And that was really fun. So even though rain sucks and it's super bad, I think it's super honorable. Well, I mean, weather is a little bit like,
to my rain teams that won, it was running Terra Urshifu Rapid Strike, which is a war crime when it's not broken Terra caps everywhere.
Mids, helmet victim. Anyway, so rain is not that good, but it can work, especially in low skill leagues. I think this is a pretty standard rain draft. Chandelure is here. That's pretty funny.
Why? Just why?
Pelipper is really good. You should draft it over Politoed for sure. Chandelure makes no sense. Get a different ghost type, please.
I think we'll see with the next team why Pelipper was not drafted.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
just a quick glimpse at the next
Tornterra is not an Uber, but it's pretty much one of the best non-Uber. Zarude is completely useless unless it Terras. I'm not sure if you know this, but it's a Pokemon like Latias that gains huge boons from Terra, but is actually extremely shit without Terra. And so, yeah, that guy's is pretty much worthless on this team, there's better grass types for you for sure. That said, pretty standard rain. Arch, no Barraskewda is a huge negative. Obviously, you need Barraskewda on your rain teams. It's just so good.
I know this was partially a product of RNG, but you calling Zarude useless makes you want to just send an image of our match where Zarude got the most kills in the game.
Dude, you literally have to hacks. So okay, let me rephrase it.
Oh, I know it was the flinch. Is it going on the cheese monster list?
No. Just because you cheesed in that one moment, and like you would have, I think it's a pretty free 6-0 if Zarude gets paralyzed there. I have a pretty free roost, and yeah, Zarude never does anything in that game. He gets a net 0% accomplished, but he flinches the Zapdos
later.
And then he actually manages to be able to do something. Because if you can flinch on command, like Z-Dog can versus me, Zarude is good.
It's only against you, by the way.
If you can't,
I don't get lucky against anyone else.
If you can't flinch on demand, Zarude is really bad. Without Terra. With Terra, it's a great mon. The typing just sucks ass. And it's really held back by the lack of coverage and what's it called?
I mean, I think Zarude is quite good. It's the typing that's a big problem.
It just loves Terra Blast so much. I mean, it's like not bad. Like knockoff is really broken, but it's like you're kind of a U-turn victim, and it's widely considered pretty bad without Terra. So
that's what I mean. It's the typing that's the biggest flaw.
Terra your Zarude, drop it, get a Barraskewda, various things. Drop the Chandelure.
There's another reason why there's no Barraskewda.
Oh God,
we'll get there eventually.
Stop drafting Terra Pikachu in every league, please, for the love of God.
No, do not listen to him. Keep drafting Terra Pikachu.
Keep drafting Pikachu. Pikachu is big and hilarious.
Must Pikachu Max.
Next week I'm in with Sergeant. I'm taking Terra Pikachu. Pick one. I'm sniping him.
Pikachu's awesome, and it's a great Terra captain in Natdex, and you should keep doing it. Don't let the haters stop you. Click that focus punch. They're gonna Terra normal, E-speed them. Then they're gonna try to make some try-hard play going into their Steel type. Click that focus punch. Do it. You know you want to. All right. Put this team at the bottom and let's move on. You have so much aura for this team.
I just need to know, why is Magikarp second highest starting defense?
Is it better? Is it worse than the
No, it's
Iron
not.
Boulder team? I was gonna say it's definitely not.
Where is the Iron Boulder team ranked right now? I would put
last.
This maybe
Iron Boulder team.
This team is above.
Yeah, the Boulder is dead last.
This team is just behind Hyper Offense.
Cool, so it's second to last.
But part of that assumes that's assuming that people know how to beat Rain, which they might not. Oh God!
I think when we get to the next team, the bottom will change. What the fuck is this team?
Hey, Scat, censor this right now. You cannot show this to children. We need to do a warning before we show this team.
This is disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
This might be worse than Cloud's mid-tier team.
Okay, no. First of all, it's not. That's not possible. Second of all, Van Swaggy. Van Swaggy is very kind. He's a very cool guy. We love Van Swaggy. I always root for him. And by always, I mean as of a couple days ago when he DM'd me saying, "Hey, I'm also in law school." So because he's also in law school, we give him big props. He gets the law school bonus of being cool and awesome. And yeah, this team is the pretty much mono.
Okay, now I need to know. Did he just guess that you were in law school? Because it's not like in your bio or anything.
I was talking about memos in some Discord, and he was like, "Hey, are you in law school? Because we have to write memos too." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." We bonded over that.
We love this guy now.
Yeah, we do. Drop every mon but Barraskewda. Well, you don't want to run Rain because all the good Raymons are on Sergeant's team. So drop every Mon except for Slitherwing. Keep Slitherwing. Everything else should go.
Terror off.
No,
Yeah,
keep
that's what I was
Crag.
gonna say. This team is disgusting. It has like 7 different things. It has mons that abuse. There are mons that abuse literally every single weapon. We have Extra Drill, who uses the sand. We have Barracuda and Pelipper for the rain. We have Alolan Ninetales for the snow. We have Slitherwing for the sun. Every weather could have been on this team, and 2 of them are.
Okay, so, yeah, this I'm so sorry. We love Van Swaggy so much. He's very cool and nice, and I think that he's. And there's nothing wrong with drafting some complete. There's nothing wrong with drafting some complete bullshit when you're first, starting out and stuff like that. And even when you're an advanced player, I think every game you win with this means that you are so beyond better than the opponent to win with this team. Yeah. You are massively better. That's how we're gonna frame it. That you're just absolutely so much better. Every opponent that doesn't 6-0 you with this team, you're better than.
Yes.
Yeah. If you get one kill, you're better. Anyway, I think we can move on.
And put this to the last team.
Very last.
Put that at the bottom.
Yeah. Just add it at the bottom.
Throw it in the bottom. Yeah. Don't
but
run
again,
multi-weather.
We do kind of need, and we also do need to kind of mention these teams are not jabs at the people, at the people who drafted them. They're just not good teams. No. If your team sucks, we're going to tell you that your team sucks.
Twisted.
It's not anything against you.
No. Get it twisted. It is against you. Z-Dog hates you if your team sucks.
Yeah, you're so right. We all hate you. Your team is awful. Hard feelings. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all hard feelings. Fuck you.
All hard feelings. We're hating nonstop.
Fuck you and your Ice Cube.
And we did mention this last time. Our opinions are objective. They are correct. If your team sucks, your team sucks, and you can't do anything about it.
Dude, actually, you should keep Ice Cube. Ice Cube plus Blissey is a tried and true unbeatable combo in Nat decks. Just pretend that mixed attackers aren't real. Because do you know the Ice Cube Hail Snow tech?
Yes, I do.
I've heard of it. Yes,
I've seen it be a mega matchup.
Yeah, you can run Rocky Helmet and alternate between clicking Hail and Snow and be completely immune to all physical attacks, and so they have to use special attacks versus you. Because Hail and Snow both reset Ice Face. But you normally can't get that except for in Nat decks. But so Ice Cube can do some funny things with Rocky Helmet and Hail plus Snow in Nat decks. Very funny guy. Stall out your opponent. It's so Sigma. He's awesome. And that's definitely cheese, but it's honorable cheese, so you get a pass for doing it. Anyway, I think we should finally move on to the terrain booster spam.
The final team. Yep, that's accurate. Why are there the spoilers for the high skill? Why are there 2 different sun electric terrain teams?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
so
this team did have a transaction. This team would have ranked higher. This did have a transaction that's put on. Declamore was a Raging Bolt.
What? You got rid of Raging Bolt on E-Terrain Sun? That guy can click Rising Voltage and kill everything.
And because the transaction's went through, there's no getting that back now.
Why are we Terra Regirock and not Terra motherfucking Raging Bolt on this? What the hell? That's
an amazing problem. That's I think really bad. That's
where it was going to be because of that alone.
Oh, I think it's near the top without that.
If you had Terra Raging Bolt, I would love this team. I would think it was so good.
Yeah, right now this team is just
Yeah.
Like this was also Wheel Pick. So Wheel Pick Tapu Koko Raging Bolt is absurd.
Yes.
Yeah, but
like
it does
this team would be insane.
Weakness. You know, you're very ground weak, so you need some. But I love the Iron Leaves into Jug, and even a Megazord Y who
looks round weak, but it also has 3 flying types and 2 levitates. So
yeah, I mean, I honestly I like this team a lot more before the transactions. I think you really sold on the transactions, to be honest. And this team would be
singular transaction ruined the team.
It would rank much higher if you had that Raging Bolt.
Oh, I think it would have an argument. I think there'd be an argument for first if it did have that transaction going through.
No way. It's too offensive to be like peak, but it's quite strong, and you can cheese people. Or I hate to use the word cheese because Conrad is now gonna get on my ass every time I use that word, because he's the cheese hall monitor. So sorry, Conrad.
What is this cheese? What is this cheese lore? I need to know about the cheese lore.
Well, I mean, this happens in general. I'm getting distracted here, but basically, I was like, yeah, I just don't like cheese teams like Skyman and Sneasler. They're like hacks to win. And he was like, well, Terra backs his cheese, and I'm like, well, not really. Like, I feel like you're unfamiliar, so like, here's this video that explains what cheese is, and then he's like, and I'm like, he says like, in the video it says like Sneasler is probably cheese, or it says like Psy Spam, like there's an argument that it's a viable archetype, so it's like less cheese, and I was like, that's a pretty strict definition of cheese. I think mine is a little bit broader, and he was like, then Terrabax is cheese, and I was like, okay, zero media comprehension behind that. But to be fair, he probably just didn't watch the video, or just like skimmed through it. But it explains that, like, you know, these cheese are these uncommon strategies that rely on gimmicks to work, basically. And I think hacks gods like Sneasler and Skyman fall into that category of like cheese, because they need to hacks to win typically, and they rely on getting the status or getting the flinch. That's just kind of, I think it's kind of a little cringe, to be honest. Nothing against that guy, Conrad, but I do think like cheese is generally like gimmick and hacks based strategies that I think are a little bit uncool, even if they are sometimes very good. Anyway,
the shaman does not classify as very good. That thing sucks. But moving on.
True, but it, like, if your opponent doesn't have a cloak, like if that thing was legal on ladder, it would be LeBron, because you would basically have to either sacrifice an item on every team, or like cloak is good, but like
cloak's on you for thinking I'm not running cloak anyways. I love that item.
True, but I don't run a lot of cloak on ladder, to be honest. So it's like a terrorist if like the opponent doesn't know what cloak is, or like you're on ladder and can't, you know, put a cloak on every team. Because you just flinch everything. But with cloak, it's so manageable. It's similar to like,
honestly,
we're talking about like
ladder. I also don't hate cloaks that much because there are still Garganicals running around.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of teams that run cloaks, but anything that like mandates a check to be on every team is inherently unhealthy for the meta, and should be banned.
Oh, it is.
So it's just kind of stuff like that.
Honestly, I think what's funnier is that I also think what's kind of funny is I think it would be more balanced if you allowed both Sneasler and Shaman Sky than allowing one of them individually, because they both make you want to run cloak, which means they're not only running cloak for those one mons, for one mon in particular.
I would like them both banned. I think they are dishonorable, and so I would like them both banned.
I agree. They're annoying, and I don't like them. I don't like playing against them, but like, if you're allowing one of them, I think you need to allow both of them.
We've gotten too distracted. I feel bad for this person who's gonna watch this video, and they're gonna need to skip.
And he's just gonna start to see us talking about Skyman.
We talk about cheese for so long, just like halfway through his team analysis or their team analysis.
Shut up about the mozzarella. Get away from the mozzarella. Come on.
Booster spam can be kind of broken, but yeah, it does. Your removal is Glamora, which you kind of don't want to be pigeonholed into doing that. You can run Defog Lucia. That's probably not a good idea. It's pretty offensive. Some people say that Cryogonal with Terra can spin. I would say that you're overestimating Cryogonal's ability to be on the field and survive a single turn.
Yeah, I think you're overestimating Cryogonal's ability to exist. I think it's very bad at existing, same as Mega Sceptile. It's
it is
not
very
real.
bad at existing.
It is very fake.
Oh, but
that's a good way of putting it.
But I swear, every time anyone ever says Terra Electric Cryogonal, I hit them with the fucking Chad versus Virgin meme. That's just electric types using Terra Ice versus ice types using Terra Electric.
The last video.
I know. I'm bringing it back. I don't care. Some people, I can guarantee there are people who are going to watch this one and not watch the other one. So they must know.
Oh, there are. They must. We
know you exist. People who are only in decks. We know you're here.
People are watching the full video.
We know you. We know you're not watching the other one. Okay, can we get back to the other team? Poor guy has been probably waiting for 10 minutes now for us to talk about his goddamn team.
He could benefit by winning.
Why is Regirock Terra'd? What does he even do?
Why is Regirock here? Body press.
Yes. Body press, yeah.
Why isn't Raging Bolt here anymore?
Yeah, where did Raging Bolt go?
That's like the one where you don't drop off this team. Like, did we have Raging Bolts with Terra allowed? And if we did, why wasn't that picked?
Yes, we did.
I think so.
Why wasn't that picked this team?
I have no idea. It should have been Raging Bolt Terra, but that's fine. Like, I think you can still win with this team because you have a lot of setup booster spam, and some people are going to have trouble dealing with this. Your Steel type is Iron Crown, who I notoriously hate. We'll get to that when we do Big Boy Nat decks.
Didn't you?
Because the person who drafted Iron...
When we talked about cheese.
The person who drafted Iron Crown in Big Boy Nat decks is so bad. So, like, we're going to flame him.
Yeah, truly stinky, man.
He's
really bad at the game.
Yeah, he is so bad. Why would he draft Iron Crown? Skill issue. Not you, though. Just him. Iron Crown is fine with Tapu Koko. Or on certain teams that we'll get into later. But that's minutia that's probably best saved for the Big Boy Nat decks video.
Z-Dog talks about like it's the next coming of Christ.
But yeah, I think this team is fine. It's not amazing, especially without Raging Bolt. You can beat booster spam pretty reliably with, various techs, but yeah, I think some of these Pokemon are really strong and they can really wreck ham.
Yeah.
Where would you put it, Z-Dog?
I'd put it near the middle.
I'm trying to remember what.
Like I'd put it somewhere in the range of Hawk and Tut, Koza, and Clay.
Yeah, I think it's really funny to have Harry be like fourth to bottom, because there's.
Oh no, he's fifth to bottom now.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I think that's my rankings. I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
I'd put him right above Koza. Can we agree with that?
Yeah. I can get the screenshot when you're.
Yep.
ready.
See if we have any changes to make. Screenshot being sent. Just tell me if any changes need to be made.
Let's see. Once it loads.
Give it a couple weeks.
Oh, it's up. It's up. We're here.
Yo! Took did not take 4.5 years. I'm impressed, Potato.
I think it's good. I like how hyper offense was our benchmark if a team is good or not.
And you know what I have to say to all the Weenie Hut Junior fans of today, these are some great teams. I was pleasantly surprised to see many of these teams have actual viability. I've seen worse teams.
Yeah, I was expecting like 14 Van Swaggies, but we're back. We're still here.
No Van Swaggy hate. That's bad.
Van Swaggy team hate, not Van Swaggy hate. Van Swaggy's awesome. We love him.
Yeah.
The team's not good. We don't love the team. We love him.
It's one of the teams of all time.
Dude, do you know what's crazy? I think Van Swaggy drafted multiple weather a team with multiple weather users like Torkoal and Pelipper in Garden as well. He needs to. Somebody should tell him not to do that.
Is Van Swaggy?
Hopefully, he's watching this video.
I thought Van Swaggy said this was his. I thought this was Van Swaggy's first league.
I think he joined both at the same time.
He joined both. If this is his first league, he gets a pass on this. We should. You get a parentheses after Van Swaggy. You get a pass.
Yeah, just pass for new guy.
But yeah, don't draft double weather, please.
Pass for being cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
He seems like a chill guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, we play favorites around here.
We're
not afraid to hide that.
I'm not. I don't hide my favorites at all.
No.
Anyway, it's getting a little late, and we yap for so long. I don't know if I can do another full one of these. Are you guys free? Maybe tomorrow, same time.
Tomorrow
probably.
Sure. Yeah.
We can maybe finish it up tomorrow.
Well. We do this is like the filler episode before the grand finale. This is the filler episode before the grand finale.
Exactly. Now we have to think of a title and thumbnail for this one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.